Is the audio video okay?
Mahadev Swamiji, it is okay, Swamiji.
I think the camera is not able to focus, and that doesn't matter as long as you are able to hear. Om Om Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tam Hadevamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye Om Shanta Shanta Shanti Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Sarvopaplavarahitaha Prajnanaganaha Pratyagartho Brahmaivahamasmi Brahmaivahamasmi Om Vedantartha Vibhasakaya Gurave Shantaya Sannyasine Nanavadi Nagendra Sanghapavaye Yogindra Vandyaya Cha Mohadvanta Divakaraya Bhagavat Padabhidham Bibrate Tasmai Bhashyakate Namostu Satatam Purnaya Bodhatmane Om. Arjuna's question was, what is that forced by whom or forced by which a person may do wrong even against his own wishes? Nobody wishes to do anything wrong. Nobody wants to be wrong. At times, a person knows that this is wrong, and in spite of knowing, there is something which pushes the person into a course of action, which now categorically can be called as papa. Papa means doing something that is not ought to be done, whose result is dukkham. But a person now, in search of sukham, he sees that sukham would come by a wrong course of action, and therefore him doing the wrong action then gets justified in his mind. He knows this is not right. Even if it is not right, it can still become a source of my sukham, and hence he resorts to actions which are papa, papacharanam, papam charati purushaha, anichannapi varshneya, baladiva niyojitaha. Hey Varshneya, O Shri Krishna, born in the clan of the Vrishnis, please tell me, baladiva niyojitaha, as if forced, against his will, against his wishes, dragged against his own wishes. What is it that makes a person take a wrong course of action? To which Now Shri Krishna replies that what is called as calm, which also modifies as krodha, desire modifies as anger, frustration. That which is thus kama, alias krodha, is the sarva anartha hetu, is the cause of suffering for all. And every time, this is the factor which is responsible for a person's suffering. Presently, Shri Krishna doesn't say that it is the avidya or ignorance. Ignorance does not directly become the cause of suffering. Through ignorance, karma is born. Through karma, now the suffering is had. Were you not to desire something, why would you suffer? If you were not to have any expectations, why would you be disappointed? So on and so forth. Karma. So now that is being told by Shri Krishna. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma vidyenam iha vairinam mahashano mahapapma vidyenam iha vairinam esha kamaha. That is this kama. This kama, this krodha, which is rajoguna samudbhavaha. So kama alone is called as krodha. Krodha, frustration, disappointment, irritation which we have is nothing but just some desire in another form. It is the another face of the desire. That's it. So more frustrated, more sad, more disappointed a person is nothing but it is that calm alone. So esha kamaha, esha krodhaha. And how is it? Rajoguna samudbhavaha. Born from the rajoguna. Rajoguna samudbhavaha. Mahashano, insatiable hunger that he is. Mahashanaha, mahapapma, the great sinner. Vidhi, enam, know him to be iha vairinam, asmin loke vairinam, know him to be the vairi, the enemy, the real enemy. The Kauravas, etc., and this fellow, that Karna, Drona, etc., whom you now presently see as standing in enemy lines. No. Vidhyenam iha vairinam iha. In this world, even now, even in the battlefield, Shri Krishna does not call them as vairi. The vairi is Shatru. The vairi is this calm. And even presently, what is it that has made the Kauravas see the Pandavas as Shatru? And what is it that has made the Pandavas see the Kauravas as Shatru? And thus, in both the places, has destroyed the peace in the heart. What is it? What is it? It is desire after all. And therefore, this desire is the real vairi, which is creating shatrus in the world. So know your real shatru. You want to destroy the Shatru. But don't you see, the one who's creating the Shatru, the one who's creating the foes, enemies, actually is this desire. Therefore, the one who does not have desire sees the whole world as friends. उनके लिए पराया कोई नहीं, सब अपने हैं. Everyone belongs to them. वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम. उदार चरितानां तु वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Now we have been seeing in several places, even as we have come to this third chapter, wherever there is a shloka which is now uttered by Shri Krishna, it is said Shri Bhagavan Vacha. And we simply have taken it as the Lord spoke. Shri Bhagavan. But we have not known what is the meaning of word Bhagavan. Now, this word Bhagavan is a very common word which is used in almost all systems, whether it is the Buddhas, Jainas, or even the Pauranikas, Vedikas, everybody uses the word Bhagavan. What is the meaning of the word Bhagavan? And why has Shankaracharya Bhagavan chosen to explain the word Bhagavan in this third chapter, when there were ample of places in the second chapter and even in the third chapter before this, where Shri Bhagavan Vacha was given, and he did not explain the word Bhagavan there, but chooses to explain the word Bhagavan now, after a long discourse of second chapter and of the third chapter has already happened. Introducing Bhagavan now is not that strange. So that's one issue. And we will see the reason why. Now, like how you have Dhanavan, the word Dhanavan means a person with wealth, ample of wealth. Okay, Dhanavan. So this Vatu Pratyaya and Matu Pratyayas are added to anything to mean something like Wala, Sabzi Wala, Phal Wala, like that. And becomes Van or Man. So it is not Buddhi Van, it is Buddhivan nahi hota, Buddhiman hota hai. Parantu arth wahi hai, Buddhi Wala. So like that, Bhagavan. What is that? It means the one with Bhaga. What is this Bhaga? Because of which, owning which, the person is called as Bhagavan. So here it is said. What are these Bhagas? Aishwaryasya samagrasya dharmasya yashasa shriyaha vairagyasyatha mokshasya Sharnam Bhagitira Ingana. Aishwaryam, overlordship, is called as Aishwaryam. The overlordship. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, in totality. So this overlordship is also not, for the tenure of 5 years, he is the president of India and his signature will carry a great value. which even the entire parliament and all the people of India then are have to abide by those words which are signed by the President of India. But after 5 years, he writes something, signs it. Will it be considered to be something that authority like the president? No, because that is, even if he was considered to be so powerful, not any longer. Why? Because there is that Aishwarya was limited. But this Aishwaryam which we are talking about, the overlordship, how is it? Samagra, in totality. Samagrasya, dharmasya. Okay, even dharma is also called as bhaga. Samagrasya yashasaha. Yasha means kirti. One's, not popularity, but what should we say? Can somebody please give
Fame.
me what?
Fame.
Fame. Yeah. Kirti, fame. Yashaha, Shriyaha. Shriya means the wealth, splendor. Even the splendor is called as Shriyaha. Shriya, Shri. So Shriyaha, Samagras, Shriyaha. The Shri is also called as Bhaga. Vairagyam is also called as Bhaga. And Moksha is also called as Bhaga. So all these 6 together are called as Bhaga. So the one who has all these 6 in full measure is called as Bhagavan. Is called as Bhagavan. Aishwaryadi Shatakam Yasmin Vasudeve Nityam Apratibadhatvena Samastyena cha vartate. This Shatakam, these 6 qualities, beginning from Aishwarya, Vasudeve Nityam, they are available in Vasudeva always. Not that sometimes, like the President of India, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not there. Always there. Yasmin Vasudeve Nityam Apratibadhatvena. And it is not conditional that his Aishwaryam will be there only under certain conditions, certain circumstances, and under certain circumstances that Aishwaryam will not be there. No. That his Aishwarya, his Jnanam, his Vairagyam, everything will be always there. Apratibadhatvena samastyena cha vartate, and in totality, samasta. Okay, no, samastyena cha vartate. Furthermore, utpattim pralayam chaiva Bhutanam agatim gatim vettim avidyam vidyancha savacho bhagavan iti. The one who knows what is the utpatti, what is the hetu, what is the cause of everything. Utpattim, pralayam, and then also he knows. Are you people disturbed because of this camera not being able to focus? I'll put it off. Can somebody please report?
It's not disturbed.
It's okay.
Okay. So Utpattim, Pralayam. Pralayam means the dissolution is also known by him. Bhutanama gatim gatim. He who knows from where a person has come and where is he going to go, means not he has come from Baikala and wants to go to Lal Bagh. No. From where has he come? What were his earlier lives and what is his going to be further journey is all known to him. Bhutanama gatim gatim. Sometimes Maharaji used to say, by looking at a person, we know whether his earlier life was, of a celestial being or that of a Naraki Jiva. So, gatim gatim, vetim vidyam avidyancha. And he knows what is called as vidya and what is called as avidya. What is avidya? Vetim vidyamcha avidyancha. Savacho Bhagavan iti. So these are the 6 things known to he who knows these 6 things. What are those? Utpatti, Pralaya, Bhutanam, Agatim, Gatim, and the 5th, Vetim, Vidya and Avidya. He who knows all these 6 things is called as Bhagavan. Okay? He who knows these 6 things is called as Bhagavan. The 6 qualities are called as Bhaga, and the one who has these 6 qualities is called as Bhagavan. So now, over here, he who knows is what Vetim, all this is known to him. He is called as Bhagavan. And this is the reason why now Bhagavan Shankaracharya chooses to explain the word Bhagavan at this point. Because till now, going through the entire discourse of the 2nd chapter and almost 3/4 of the 3rd chapter, we have understood that Shri Krishna is Sarvajna. He's Sarvajna. And hence Vetim, now you can know why he is called as Bhagavan. And hence over here, Bhagavan. Iti. So what is Bhagavan saying? Kama eshaha, esha kamaha, this kama, this krodha, and not 2 people, not 2 things. He is showing the same one. Rajoguna samudbhavaha eshaha, and he is born of Rajoguna. Mahashanaha mahapapma. Iha Vidhi enam iha vairinam, and know him to be vairi, and the real enemy. Now, kama eshaha, let's go word by word. Kama eshaha means sarvesham pravrittehe kama mulatvat kama sarva pratyakshaha iti abhiprayena esha iti puro nirdeshaha. Now, for any person, for everybody, even a dog which gets up and starts running across the street, what is it that has made even that animal get up, run across the street? Some desire for you also to do right, wrong, or even to shake your head or not. It is, unless and until there is some, neurological problem. So what is it that has made you do this, do any action, any voluntary action? And that is kamaha. So sarva pratyakshaha, sarvesham pravrittehe kamamulatvat kama sarva pratyakshaha. This desire is known to everybody. It doesn't require any special introduction. Why? Because it is sarva pratyaksha, known directly by all. Because that which is making you dance to its tune is pratyaksha to you. Sarva pratyaksha iti abhiprayena. By keeping this abhipraya, this intention of showing that what is sarva pratyaksha, esha iti puro nirdeshaha. Esha means that what is right in the front. Samne rakha hua, as if. Puro nirdeshaha. So esha is what? Puro. This fellow. This fellow means not somewhere, remotely sitting. This right here. Puro nirdeshaha. What is Kama? Shankaranandaji Maharaj says, Yogyatva Yogyatva Vicharamantarena Vastum Drashtam Shrutancha Kamayati Pumamsam Iti Vaishayiki Prabale Chhatra Kama Shabdenochyate. When a person desires anything without any prior thinking, whether it is appropriate, not appropriate, but desires, I want to have it. And that's why they said, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Yeah. So, yogyatva, yogyatva. Yogyatva, yogyatva vicharam antarena, without a prior thought whether it is yogya or ayogya. That vastu which is drishtam or shrutam, exactly, Ravana, that is what happens. The Shurpanaka comes over there to Ravana's court and says, I have seen the most beautiful woman in this world. No beauty, even Lakshmi Saraswati also cannot be compared to her beauty. I have seen such a woman, and that is Sita, and I wanted to bring her as a gift to you. No, he has not seen Sita, but suddenly so beautiful that even the beauty, splendor, luster of Lakshmi Saraswati also can fall short. Who? Sita, then I should have her. So this Ravana who has just heard, now drishtam shrutam vastu, but she is Rama's wife, whoever's wife it may be, I want. That is yogyatva yogyatva vicharam antarena drishtam shrutam vastum kamayati pumamsam. Now that the puma, this person now desires those things. Iti. So now what is meant by the word kama? Vaishayiki prabalecha. It is that prabalecha, it is an icha, it is a desire. But what is the nature of this desire? To be when could it be called as kama? Two things. That when it is vaishayiki, meant to draw pleasures out of the objects. Now, objects meaning, don't say that, men, women, I'm categorizing, and living people, I'm categorizing and calling them as objects. I mean, even in West, everywhere, objectification of women and objectification of men and things like that they have used. But it means that you are necessarily looking upon it as a source of your pleasure. When this is Vaishayiki Prabalecha, and this Vaishayiki Icha has to be Prabala. Prabala means strong, cannot be doused easily. चुप बैठो बोलने से चुप नहीं बैठेगा, नहीं होगा. प्रबल इच्छा, बल है, तुम्हारे समझाने से समझेगा नहीं, कहने से मानेगा नहीं. क्यों? क्योंकि वह तुम्हारे समझाने से भी ज्यादा प्रबल है. इसीलिए इस इच्छा का नाम काम है. कैसी है वह? वैषयिकी प्रबल इच्छा अत्र काम शब्देन उच्यते. And this is evident to all. And hence puro nirdesha esha iti. Okay? Kamesha sarvaloka shatruhu yan nimitta sarvanartha prapti praninam. And this kama, sarvaloka, it is actually is the shatru for all. And that's why when we follow the dharma, what happens is the desire remains well bridled, controlled, mastered. Otherwise, if it is this sense, do this, don't do this, is not there, everybody will start killing each other. Now, the place will not be a place where we can have a meaningful transaction and lead a life of general peace and happiness or adjustments. No. Because if you are going to be against my desire, you have no right to live, and because you should be eliminated. That is what will happen. So now, Esha Sarvaloka Shatru, that's why this Kama is called as Sarvaloka Shatru. Yannimitta, because of whom Sarvanartha Prapti Praninam, everybody suffers because of this Kama. Yannimitta Sarvanartha Prapti Praninam. Krodhaha sa esha kamaha pratihataha kenachit krodhatvena parinamate. When this kama is thwarted by some reason, kenachit hetuna krodhatvena parinamate, it transforms this kama only, this prabalecha only transforms as krodha, as frustration, as anger. Okay. Krodhatvena parinamate. Athaha, and therefore, krodha api esha eva. Therefore, that what is called as krodha is desire alone. Okay. Esha eva. Then this kama or this krodha is called as rajoguna samudbhavaha. What is that rajoguna samudbhavaha? Rajascha tadgunascha rajogunaha. It is raja, and that raja itself is called as guna. In Sanskrit, the word guna, beyond the meaning quality, also means a bondage. A rope is also called as guna. Okay, so rajascha tadgunascha rajogunaha sa samudbhavaha yasya. So this rajoguna is the samudbhava of kama, is the father of kama. Rajoguna samudbhavaha yasya rajoguna janyo ayam. What does that finally mean? Rajoguna samudbhavaha means it is born from rajoguna. This desire, this kama is born from rajoguna. Rajoguna janyo ayam. Athava, because it is a samasika padam, a compound word. Now this compound can also be understood in yet another manner, and that is rajogunasya va samudbhavaha. That which is the hetu of rajoguna is called as rajoguna samudbhavaha. Rajogunasya samudbhavaha. What was the previous meaning that was delivered by this compound word? That which is born of rajoguna. And in another way, when looked upon the same compound word, what does it mean? That from which the rajoguna is born. Totally look at upside down. So, and both of them are justified. Both the meanings of the word can be justified. So, in the first case, rajoguna samudbhavaha, how does that go? Amra vrikshavat samasaha. Rajascha gunascha tadgunascha itivat tat samasaha, like amra vriksha, a mango tree. The tree, mango, if not considered to be a fruit, but a species, then that tree itself is mango. हम हिंदी में भी बोल लेते हैं ना, लोक भाषा में भी, ये आम है. आम है मतलब आम फल है नहीं बोलते, आम का वृक्ष है. So amra vriksha means there are these two words, amra vrikshavat. So this samasa is like amra vrikshavat samasa. Rajogunasya samudbhavaha, the second one. Udbhuta kamo rajaha prati purusham pravartayati. Once the kama is born, it is bound to create a movement, an action, and therefore that action means rajoguna. Movement means rajoguna. Once the karma is born, what will it do? It will create some stir. And that, because of this, it is called as the father of Rajoguna. In the other case, it is something that is born of Rajoguna. Okay, so that's why. This Rajoguna Samudbhava Kama is called as Mahashanaha. Mahashana means the one who has an insatiable hunger. Ashanam, Mahatyasya. Mahad Ashanam Yasya iti. Mahashanaha means Mahad Ashanam Yasya iti. He whose hunger, Ashanam, is Mahad, as great. Mahad Ashanam Yasya iti Mahashanaha. Khadad. Glutton, insatiable. Anantan Vishayan Bhunjanopi Kamo na Vishaya Bhoge Alam Buddhim Bhajate Kintu Bahun Vishayan Bhoktumeva Yatate Truptirahitaha. Then Mahashana means, hey, though a person may be given innumerable objects to please himself, yet he still says some more, something else is still required, and therefore Ananta Vishayan Gunjanopi Kamahana Vishaye Bhoge Alam Buddhim Bhajate. Wherever there is this kama, it will never ever come to saying enough. Will never. Will say, enough for now, but the provision should be there for this evening also. You see? And therefore, alam buddhim na bhajate. Kintu bahun vishayan bhoktumeva yatate. Nobody ever says that, I have lived 60 years and 70 years and 80 years, and till now I have experienced innumerable things. Still, we have शाम का टीवी का प्रोग्राम देखना ही है ना. अरे भाई, सारी जिंदगी तो शाम टीवी देखते दिखे गुजर गई, अब क्या? No, but still wants. So that's why he is Trupti Rahitaha. Mahashanaha. What is the final distilled meaning of that word Mahashanaha? Trupti Rahitaha. Without any satisfaction. There will never be satisfaction. Trupti Rahitaha. Najatu kamaha kamanam upabhoge na shamyati havisha krishna vartvema bhuya eva bhivardhate. This is a very famous shloka from Mahabharata. It says, Najatu. Those people, there were some gurus in 90s, in the decade of 90s, and they have still a lot of following, who said, no, whatever is your desire till your heart's content, enjoy it. It is not going to come to contentment. If you have enjoyed one woman, now he will demand for yet another, till even when his body is disintegrating, he still will say yet another, more and more and more and more. Yeah? So therefore, najat kamaha kamana upabhoge na shamyati. This kama is not going to come to peace through kamanam upabhogena, through enjoying, through experiencing the objects. No, it is not. Najatu kamaha. Jatu means kadachan. Nakadachit kamaha kamanam upabhogena. The second kama means objects. Kamanam upabhogena shamyati. Havisha vartva krishna. Havisha krishna vartvem. Havisha, like if you are going to put fuel in the Krishna Vartma, means the fire. Why is it called as Krishna Vartma? Because the smoke rises up, and that smoke as if is its path to rise. So the Krishna Vartma is fire. By putting fuel into the fire is never going to be doused. It will keep on rising and rising. Krishna Vartmeva bhuya eva bhivardhate. It keeps growing and growing. Abhivardhate. And that means what? Vishaya sannidhane rajaha kamam udbhavayati. Okay, this was an explanation to the earlier one, where that samasika padam was explained. So that's why he is called as Mahashanaha. Okay? It's called as Mahashanaha, Trupti Rahitaha. Mahapapma, the great sinner. What does that mean? Mahashanaha, Ataha Mahapapma, because keeps on consuming. There is nothing alam for it. Alam means enough. There is no enough buddhi. More and more and more and more. Dil mange more. Mahashanaha. Because of this, is called as Mahapapma. Kamen hi prerito jantu papam karoti, we all know. A person then prodded, forced, enticed by Kama, falls into the snare of sinful actions, crimes, etc. Everything. Papam karoti. Yataha kamavishtaha. Yatah kamavishtaha swasaram arodhum ichhati chandaladapi artham grinhati gurumapi akroshati gamapi hanti yataha kamasya yuktam mahapapmatvam. The person now, he has given several examples that what does a person under the influence of desire is capable of doing. There are other things also, that he will take money even from those, the last strata of the society, who are poor and who do not have enough to eat. Even from them, a person will snatch away money from them. He has so much of wealth that his 7 generations also can simply just roll in the bed and do nothing, but they will have a lavish life. Yet this fellow wants more money, and that money he is taking away even from those poor people whose children have nothing to eat, even when they're hungry today, this evening. He doesn't think about that. Now he wants it, he will take it away. Such people, even from those, the last strata of the society, he will take artham grinhati, gurumapi akroshati. And then he even shouts in the sense, actually in Guru Gita, it is said that how should you present yourself in front of the teacher? You should never even answer the teacher hunkarena. If the teacher says, have you had tea, coffee, or lunch? No, hunkarena, it should not be answered. No. That doing also should not be there. This is not how you should talk to the teacher. Or even when sitting in front of the teacher, how you should not spread your legs, feet toward the teacher and sit. When this is the code of conduct of presenting yourself to the teacher, he akroshati, he shouts and back answers the teacher in a bad language, etc. That also, what is it that is making him do? Desire. Gam apihanti. Gam means, cow, apihanti. The cow is a symbol of everything that comes from the cow is a upkara. What is upkara in English? Yeah. Dipesh, what is upkara? Yeah.
Favor.
No. Something.
Favor.
Favor is one thing, but Dipesh, you're there or gone? What is upakara?
Upkara is a favor.
Favor. everything that comes from a cow is a benediction to us. So the cow is the symbol of that which is constantly giving favors, blessings to you. And then to hurt the cow, to kill the cow in any which ways is being ungrateful in life. So gamapi hanti, becoming ungrateful even to those who are most benedictory to us. What makes you become like this? Kritagna. What makes you do this? What makes a person do this? And it is calm. And that's why everything that is sinful comes from kama, because kama itself is mahapapi. Mahapapma mahashanaha taha mahapapma kamena hi prerito jantu papam karoti. Yataha, this is Shankarananda's line. Yataha kamavishtaha swasaram api arodhum ichhati chandaladapi artham granhati gurum api akroshati gam api hanti ataha kamasya yuktam mahapapmatvam vidhyenam iha vairinam. Arjuna, know him to be the vairi. Iha vairinam vidhi tasmat tvamiha samsare. Iha means here in this world, in this life. Mumukshoho enam kamameva vairinam vidhi. Know this kama to be the vairi, the enemy of a mumukshu, of the one who desires to be liberated. For such a person, this kama is vairi. Now, the next two shlokas is going to specifically show you, even through two illustrations, that how the enmity of this kama is there towards the mumukshu. How? 38, 39. So let's go with 39, 38. Dhumena vriyate vahnihi yathadarsho yathadarsho malena cha yatholbena vrato garbhaha tatha tenedamavritam dhumena vriyate vahnihi yathadarsho malena cha yatholbena vrato garbhaha tatha tenedamavritam. Yatha and tatha. This is the way an example is provided. Yatha means the example, and tatha means the point to be explained. Okay, yatha dhumena vahnihi avriyate, like the smoke covers the fire, conceals the fire, like the smoke covers the fire. Avriyate, avaran karta hai. What? The fire is covered. What is through what? Dhuma. Dhumena vahnihi avriyate. Yatha adarshaha malena cha. And that which is a surface which is capable of reflecting, the mirror, is covered by dust. Adarshaha malena avriyate. And then garbhaha ulbena vritaha. Garbha means the fetus is covered by the embryonic sac. Ulbena avritaha. Tatha, like that, through the kama, idam avritam. Idam means jnanam avritam. Okay? That idam is explained in the following sentence. This is covered. This means this knowledge is covered by the kama. Katham vairiti drishtantena pratyayayati. How does this kama become a vairi? Is now explained through, actually, he says pratyayayati. Pratyayam means vishwasam janayati, nishchayayati. He gains your confidence in knowing how is this calm responsible to cover the knowledge. It is indeed karma which prevents the knowledge from functioning. Nishchayayati. Why even that viparyaya takes place? Viparyaya is just because of this karma only. Aprakashatmakena sahajena dhumena prakashatmako vahnihi avriyate yatha. So now look at the explanations about the examples. How is this dhuma? Dhuma is aprakashatmaka, meaning dhuma is not illuminous. Though not illuminous, yet fire which is illuminous gets covered by dhuma. Remember this, very important example. So, how is this dhuma, which is aprakashatmaka, covers what? Fire, which is prakashatmaka. Another important thing about this fire and dhuma is sahajena. Dhuma is also born from the same source along with fire. Sahajena, dhumena. Sahaja means sahajanmana. Janmana saha. Along with the janma of the fire, the dhuma also comes. Vannihi avriyate. The vanni gets covered. Yathamalena adarshaha. Now this is clear. Like the mirror gets covered by the dust. And then yatha ulbena. Ulba means garbhaveshtanena. Garbhaveshtan means the cover of the garbha, of the fetus. Jarayuna, the embryonic sac. Jarayuna. Avrataha. Avrataha means achaditaha, is covered. Tatha. So also tena idam avrataha. Idam jnanam avratam. Okay. Prakasha swarupam means okay. And now this is a nice explanation that Shankarananji has provided, and we require a little alert attention over here. Prakasha swarupam atma prakashanena anandakaram abhasa vyaptya chetana tulyam idam purushasya jnanam. Okay. Now, when it comes to any form of knowledge, how is that knowledge? That knowledge means it illumines. Now, for example, even if you take knowledge of a pot, ghata jnanam, what happens over here? That this ghata is illumined by that pot. So this knowledge which illumines the ghatam is ghata jnanam. How is that taking place? Ghata jnanam also, with the vritti, there is the reflection of the consciousness which illumines the ghata. Okay. And that's why there is this experience, aham janami, aham ghatam janami, I know the pot. This is my experience, aham ghatam janami. So, atma prakashanena anandakaram. This knowledge is how? Because it illumines the nature of the self. And that's why it is anandakaram. So now when there is this knowledge that Atma is Purnam, is not dependent on anything, this knowledge is there. The rest of the time, the whole world is hell-bent on saying that you are not as good as you should be or you can be. At the most, there can be words of encouragement and consolation. Oh, well, you will do better next time. You're capable of doing better. But in all these words, what is meant is that you are not good enough. You are not enough by yourself. So everything over here is continuously reminding you of your incompleteness. But this jnanam, that this is what is the nature of this self, is how Atma Prakash, by illumining, by showing, telling you about the nature of this self, what happens? Anandakaram, really not dependent on anything. And I am the most, what do they call, illuminous. That is what is the meaning of this I. Oh, Purnam Anandakaram, and that's why it is, this knowledge is Anandakaram. And this is Abhasa Vyaptya Chetana Tulyam, and it is like how the Chetana is also Prakasha Swarupam. This knowledge also is like that Prakasha Swarupam, Tulyam, Purushasya Jnanam. That knowledge, what happens to that knowledge? Kamena Avrutam, now becomes as if forgotten, becomes forgotten for the person because of what? Because of the Kam. Avrutam, Tirohitam, as if it is disappeared. It has disappeared. So though the teacher has given you this knowledge, yet this knowledge will become unavailable, as if you have never ever heard, when the Kam pounces on you. Havi ho jata hai tab. This knowledge becomes as if Tirohitam, disappeared, vanished. This is what is the how this Kama conceals the knowledge. There is, now he is going to explain in the next shloka how this Kama conceals the knowledge. It is now explained through Drishtanta. Now we have to apply it to the Darshtanta. Illustrations we have. Now we have to see how it works with this point, okay, to be explained, to be understood. We will see that in the 39th verse when we meet next. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashitato Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmiti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyaptadehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Thank you all. Thank you very much.